Hi too. My name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Today we're going to be talking about the Roces 1992. These colorful things that I got under my feet. If you don't have a lot of time, let me just tell you, I like these skates. But if you want to know more about these in detail, well, stay there and enjoy the video. Back to the studio. Okay, by now you already saw me skating with the skates that are inside this box. Yes, I put them in the box because I didn't have anything else better to do. No, I actually ended up putting them in the box. I was riding on the scooter to Santo André, which is the next city. And then, here we go. What was inside the box? So I got the skates, and when I went for the session, check this out. I had some anti-rockers, and I also had some smaller wheels. And the reason why I had the anti-rockers and the smaller wheels was because I was planning to do a couple of grinds. But funny enough, when I started using this one to do grinds just the way they are, I actually enjoy it. So I didn't change the wheels and I skate them on the park completely stock. So now I can completely talk about this. The reason why I feel like these skates are so special to me, it's because this is just like my first ever street inline skate. My first ever street inline skate was actually the Roces Street, which had a plastic riveted frame. It had 68 millimeter wheels. It was the Hyper Dwarfs. And let me just check the Hyper Dwarfs. I think I got some. My first skate ever came with these wheels stock, the Hyper Dwarfs. They used to say Roces. These are just the Hyper Dwarfs, like no Roces collab, just the real Hyper wheels. But even skating them like these, they gave me those early 90s vibes. They really did. I really enjoy it. And if you ask me why, well, there's a couple of things that gave me that feel, the exact same feel, which if I would compare with the other skates that I do skate, I wouldn't love it. But when I'm skating a skate like this, I really enjoy it. And one of them is the liner. So this liner doesn't have a lacing all the way to the top, but I enjoy it like that because it gave me like some freedom in my feet, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is something that you will understand what I'm saying, because most of the people, including myself, really like these skates to be super tight. But because I didn't add the lacing all the way to the top, kind of felt like I could move my feet differently, and it really reminded me of those Roces Street. I understand that most of the people that will buy this skate is probably not someone that is at my level of skating, or not someone that will be using them for the park. Most of the people that will buy this skate, it's actually someone that is looking for a stylish skate that allows them to go from point A to point B. It's more of a recreational skate, can be used for fitness skating. I wouldn't say this is the skate for you to skate a marathon or something like that, but they're pretty comfortable. Now, I'm gonna start talking about the wheels. And this skate comes with 76 pointy, kind of like pointy profile wheels. This is more of a fitness profile wheel, which doesn't have a lot of surface touching the ground, making it very responsive, very easy to turn. And of course, this frame, it's a plastic riveted frame, which is actually quite good, but it also has a rockering system. When you buy them, all the wheels come all the way down, meaning that they're like far from the boot, but you can pull them up. I do not know if you can do that with the 76mm wheels. I did try to put 80mm wheels on this skate because it's a more common size and they don't fit, because there's some little frame bridges like in between wheels. There's a little bit of plastic, and when you put 80mm they rub, and these with the wheel pulled all the way down. Now if I would try to bring the wheel up, that would be even worse, then it would rub even more. So I would say maximum wheel size on these is really the wheels that they come with, which is quite cool. They come optimized with the best wheels, or at least with the biggest wheels that you can put on this skate. Something that I don't really like it, but it's quite common, especially on skates that come with a riveted plastic frame, is they come with 6mm axle. If you don't know what I'm saying, basically most of the skates that use these double-sided axles, or axle that goes on one side, female, and then on the other side you have the male, at least the stronger skates, they come with 8mm axles. And then the spacer that you have is just like a little tube that you have in between the bearings. I would like to show you some, but I don't have one here. I really don't have one here. I have this wheel here, but usually this is different. Yeah, but as an example, this is a light-up wheel. A light-up wheel on these skates will not work. It's not a possibility because you won't be able to put this. Then frame, as I said, riveted to the boot, meaning that you cannot change the frame. In case you were wondering, when you buy this skate, inside the box comes a brake. The brake is in black, and if you buy a skate like in this color, I don't know if this is something that you would enjoy. It would look a bit hard here, but it is what it is. Comes with a black stopper. And then the boot itself, well, if you look at that boot that I got there, that yellow and black with a blue frame, that's a Roces Impala 62. That's a skate from around 96, 97. This is a boot that has been used since the, I don't want to say anything wrong, maybe late 70s, early 80s. This boot has been used by other companies, this mold by Rollerblade, but Roces has always used this, and this is a mold that a lot of people really love. It's not very friendly for people with wide feet, but with me, well, I already know that it works with me. So I got the skate through to size. This is a size 43, which is my size. But most of the times, Roces will advise you to go one size up. Now, you should know that these boots, they're the shell boot. The plastic is usually dual sized. So the 43 and 44, it's the exact same boot. What's supposed to change is the liner. You don't always feel that much of a difference. So if width-wise, the 43 doesn't fit you, not sure if the 44 is going to fit you. Probably gonna need to go for the 45, which then might look a bit too big. But comparing these with other skates on the market, the other comparison that I would do would be the Impala Lightspeed skate. And there's a video that I released right now. If you go on this link right here, you will see a comparison between this skate and the Impala Lightspeed. And in case you were wondering, this is the Impala Lightspeed, but I'm not gonna be talking about that one. I'm gonna be talking about these. If you wanna see the comparison, just watch that video, as you already know. Then other than that, it comes with a riveted cuff, which is quite common. It's what Roces do with all their art boot skates, all the skates that use this same shell. And something that I really love, and compared to my skates, my Roces streets that I just spoke about, this buckle is by far the best thing. It's the best buckle that is on the market from all the skates. And I do work with a skate brand. I wish I had access to this. And I'm pretty sure other brands on the market would wish to have access to this, but I think this is something that is just from Roces. They don't allow anyone else to use it. This is perfect. It's a memory buckle. And the way that you do this is like, imagine when you get your skates, you find the right sizing. And to find the right sizing, you have the receptor, and on the receptor you can make it longer, shorter. Once you find the right sizing, what you're gonna do is you just put this piece here, and then boom. To put them on and take it off, it's as easy as this. And you don't need to be adjusting how wide they are because they've been adjusted before. So it's just super, super easy to put on and off. You lace these, boom. Some people don't even lace their skates that much. I would advise you to lace the laces a bit better, especially because I said before in the video, the liner is not laced all the way to the top, so it's not going to give you a lot of support. This boot, yes, it's a tight, narrow foot liner, but yeah, I would advise you to lace it up. Then talking about this liner, it's a very simple liner that has a neoprene toe, meaning that this front part can be a little bit adjustable. This is a size, look, this is a size 44. It's not even a 43. Yeah, but I would fit a 43. I'm sure I would fit a 43, but 44. It comes with a very, very simple, very, very basic, which nothing to complain insole, and that is it. Something that I don't really like about this liner is that little skate holder. It's really, really tiny, so I can barely put my finger in. Other than that, not too much to complain about. I would also like to see these having like a little elastic here, or a way for the tongue not to move, because what's happening is when I'm putting my skates, very easily this comes out, and it's a bit annoying, but it's not a problem, especially if you are going to lace them up properly the way that I was telling you. Nothing is going to be wrong about that. Then this skate comes in 3 different colors. You can get this skate in orange with this lavender frame and cuff, which I really, really like, because I want to turn this into an aggressive skate, and I'm going to use the Bobby's Passive sole plates, which is the exact same colors, so it's going to keep the same look, kind of, and I like it. I really like it. I like to look at my feet and see something differently. If I could skate them every day, probably not. Probably I would get annoyed with the colors after a bit, but I really like it. It also comes in 2 different blues. One is like the Malta blue, which is, it's hard to explain. You're gonna need to check the link in the description. Check the link in the description where you can see the other colors, and you can also get a link to buy this. This one costs 199 euros. Check the link in the description if you are interested about this. And that is basically it. The Roces 1992, made in Italy. I didn't say that. This is an environmental friendly boot. So the plastic of this boot has a high percentage of corn starch used for this plastic, meaning that, well, we know skates are in general made of plastic. We know that plastic is not the most environmental friendly thing. And by using a skate that has a high percentage of corn starch plastic, that means that we're doing good. We're doing good for this planet to keep green. We don't want the rain to come in weird times. We don't want the water levels to go too high, and all these things are happening, man. It's on us to change that. So by having a skate like this, we are somehow helping. So yeah, that is it. Now, if you want to see the comparison between these and these, make sure to check this link right here or right here. I don't know. Anyway, just make sure to check this link, because yeah, I'm going to be talking about the differences between those, the sizing, the maximum wheels, the maximum wheel diameter, the pricing. I'll talk about that. So see you on the next video. Now, if this is the first video that you're watching, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. You need to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can give me a thumbs down. Let me know what you didn't like about this video. And like I always say, just don't ever forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun. Now cheers and see you soon. Now I didn't do any backflips, but I think you can do backflips with this. See, told you.
It got a little longer, so it seems I burned out, so to speak.